Hey, welcome to my channel. My name's Kai, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to create a customer support chatbot that also has the ability to recommend products. For this I'm going to be using VoiceFlow as the chatbot builder, Google Spreadsheets to store all my data, and Make.com to connect it all together, and just so I can have access to my inventory in real time. Let's get into it. Okay, so here we are on our demo website. We've already added the chatbot to it. We're going to say here, recommend me a serum. So here are our product listings. It's got 3 different serums here that is recommended. It's got a visit product button and a purchase button, and also a short description of each product that is recommended. So here we'll ask it another question. We'll say, recommend me a scrub under $10. As you can see, it's recommended us Tree Hut Shea Sugar Scrub, $7 here with a short description. And the reason it's done this, if you look at our product database here, scroll to our scrubs, there is one listed at $14 and one as $6, and it has acknowledged that we asked for something under 10, and it has recommended that one. And then here is our knowledge base here that I'll leave in the description. You want to add that in VoiceFlow just before you create a workflow. And then here is what our workflow is going to look like in the end. And yeah, so let's get started. We want to add a new block, go talk, message. The full set of instructions on this is in a Google Docs. I'll leave it in the description, but it's here. Literally talk message. You go talk message, and then we want to copy and paste this into our first block. This is going to just be our welcoming message. Hello, welcome to K.Cosmetics. What kind of product are you looking for? Let me assist. I want to create some variants to this so it's not the same boring message over and over. Okay, I'm going to go listen, buttons, no match, follow path after 3 prompts. So it's going to be listening for an intent for the user to ask a question, and then it'll come to this one here, logic set a variable here. It's going to be question. I've already set all mine. You're going to have to do it yourself. Just go question, add question, create variable. I've already got mine, so that's why it says it already exists. Set that as last utterance. Last utterance there. Okay. Now you want to go to the next block. It's going to be a logic block, logic set variable, prompt, select prompt. It's going to be product recom. You want to set this as recom. Let's have a look at this prompt here. It says classify whether this user is asking for a product recommendation or not. Product recommendation is when the user is asking about if we have a certain product or not. If they seem they're asking for a product recommendation, say yes. If not, say no. So that leads us to our next block. It's going to be a condition block here. Go logic, condition, create a path, condition builder. If variable recom, which we just done, contains yes, then it's going to bring us to our next set of blocks, and if it is not a product recommendation, not a product question, then it's going to go to our AI text block. You go logic, set variable, prompt. This is going to be our AI text. This is all, again, it's all in here, so it'll be, see our prompts in here, step by step, nothing to worry about, but I'll read them out for you. AI text. Here's what the customer has requested. Question: reply to this question according to the knowledge base. If you don't have an answer, refer to our support email. Drag this here, apply this to recom text, which will be our recommended text that the AI will say, and then bring it back to our first block. So I want that to go around actually. No, it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to make a note here. So this first set of blocks is going to be seeing whether a product question is asked. Okay, we'll set these as green. Just color code everything, make it look a bit nicer. Green, sweet. So if a product question is asked, then we're gonna go to our next block here, which will be a logic block, logic set. I'm gonna set a variable which will be spreadsheet ID. You want to get this value from our Google Sheets. Just after d/to/edit. So you want to copy that and add it into here. Then another one. This one's going to be your sheet ID. And you want to find this at the end of the HTML, which is after the equals, which for me is 0. So we're going to add just 0. Okay. So our next block is going to be logic set value or expression. This is going to be number of responses. So we're going to set that as 4, just give it instructions of how many responses it's going to give us at max, which we want it to be 4. And next one we're going to go logic set, bring it in that same block there. We're going to add a prompt. This is going to be our Google Spreadsheets query. So we want to look at that. Convert the following query to Google Charts query language query question. If there is no valid query, reply there is no valid query. The query should only at max include the product category. And these are some more instructions here. So here it says constraints: you only need to map valid fields into a query. Here are Google Spreadsheets columns. Obviously you're going to have to modify this to your own specific needs. For me, A is product name, B is category, product name A and category B, and it's got everything else here. If they ask for something that is not listed, just assign a product that is close to what they want. For example, they ask for a shower gel, just assign body wash subcategories. It is close to accomplishing the body wash purpose of the product. So it's just giving it instructions of what to do. Okay, you want to set this as variable spreadsheet spread. I'm always spelling that wrong. Spreadsheet query. Okay, next one. It's going to be a condition block, logic, condition, business, path, condition builder. If variable query contains no valid query, then it's going to go to our, if it contains no valid query, it will go to our AI text block, which we're going to make purple. And if it contains a valid query, it's going to go to our next block here, which is dev API. And this is going to be sending a request to make.com here. So we're going to want to get this URL from make.com. You just want to sign into make.com here and create a scenario. And then this is going to be your first module, webhook, custom webhook. Choose a hook or add. Just going to add k.cosmetics I'll just do that one. Save. And then copy and paste this URL here into our API block here. Paste. For body, we want to add query, value spreadsheet query, spreadsheet ID, and your sheet ID here. You want to capture a response, go response here, and then it'll be formatted response. I'm going to create that variable, then create a failure path. If that fails, it's going to go, you're going to add a new block, just talk, message, say something like, sorry, this failed, please try again. You want to generate, I don't know why that's hidden there. Generate 3 different variants just so it's not boring. And you want to set that to red. I want to set that to red. Okay. So that should all be done now. So I'm going to put a note here. These blocks run the make.com request. And we're gonna make these nice blue color. Okay. Let's run this, shall we? Oh, we have to do this actually. We've got to determine the structure so it comes out with variables in make.com. So we'll ask it a simple question like, recommend me a serum. It's going quite slow. Come on, man. There we go. Should be successful. There's no data in this yet because we haven't set it up fully, but should be successfully determined in our make.com, so that's good. You want to add a new module, Google Sheets, search rows advanced, create a Google connection, add one. Search method wants to be manual, spreadsheet ID, add your sheet ID, and your query. Now these values have no data in them yet. You want to go to limit 10. They have no data in it because we haven't given it data yet. We got to run this through the JSON, aggregate to JSON. Source model should be Google Sheets, search rows, advanced. My data structure, I've already got one all pre-configured, but obviously you want to modify this to your own needs, as I have in here. Product name, category, subcategory. You just add it from here. Go add item, product name, blah blah blah. Down here, add item, product, blah blah blah. Okay, save. And oh, we don't need this one quite yet. We just want to give data to our variables value. I mean, we'll run this once, run anyway, and let's run it. Recommend, do I not have that? Oh no, I do. Recommend me a serum, and it'll run through that again and hopefully give us some data to our make.com module here. Yep, as you can see, spreadsheets ID, it comes up with all the data, query and sheet ID. Cool, and we should have it populated in here as well. Yep, So you want to add that, just the name, category, subcategory, description, price, and our product image here. Save that. Now we want to add our webhook. This is going to send our JSON string back to our VoiceFlow bot. I'm going to show some advanced settings here. Type in content type. This one's going to be application JSON. Save that. Now that should be all done now. Get back to our bot. Okay, the next step, if it succeeds, it's going to be a logic set variable value, go product count, and we'll set that as formatted response dot length. Now this is going to be sent to our next block here, which will be our JavaScript block. So you want to get this from the Google Docs I have with all the instructions in it. It's going to be this one here. Copy and paste this. Any day now. Copy. Want to enter this JavaScript. So this JavaScript is going to take the Google Spreadsheets data and it's going to convert it into variables. So it's going to go product count. It determines the product, the formatted response length. So if it comes up with more than 0 product data, then it'll populate it into here. So right there. Takes Google Spreadsheet data and converts it into variables. Okay, so if that fails, it's going to go back down to our AI text block. And then we'll go into our next set of blocks. So this is going to be a logic condition block. Path, condition builder, if variable product count is 0, and then you're going to want to do this 4 times, because in our previous block we're only getting 4 number of responses, so there's going to be 4 different options here. So we're going to do that 4 times. Cool, so we've done that. So this here, what it does is it displays the correct amount of products, right amount of products. If it's 0, which is what we don't want, it's going to come back to our AI text block here. It'll start, that's not what I want to do. AI text block here. And if it comes back with 1, you drag it to our next block here. It's going to be logic set variable. It's going to be a prompt here, select prompt, and you're going to want to do 4 different texts, and this is all in here. Here's what the customer has requested. Question, here's the query that will be ran. Here's the first product recommended. If the product recommended is not what they had asked for, please tell them that we don't have what they're looking for, but we found this as a close alternative. And then you can add more instructions just to make it more efficient. Your job is to help the customer understand the products they were recommended. Your answers need to be short and concise, max 1 to 2 sentences. Above this message will be the products listed, so you don't need to ask if they want to see them, and don't ask any queries. So you want to just copy and paste this, right click it, duplicate, and then you want to make 4 of those, and with each of them, I'll come to the last one so you understand a bit better. Logic set, prompt, select prompt, text 4. I've already done all I've already populated all these prompts, so pretty much in the first one we just had, here is first product recommended, product 1 name. You're gonna have to just copy and paste this from here, our Google Doc, sorry, and add the product 2, product 3, and 4, and then you want to add those to recom text. Cool. Okay, now once that's all done, you want to, when it comes to else, there's no product 5, so else, if it has 5 product recommended, you're going to want to just put it to 4 because we don't want any more than 4. So what this does is pretty much just finishes the product recommendation with follow-up message. Okay, now for our last one, it's going to be talk carousel. So this is what people are going to see when it's done, so on the actual chatbot. So product 1 image, they'll see the image, product 1 name, and product 1 price. You can also add some buttons to this as well, so you add a visit product button, and you can create an action to it, open URL to take it wherever you want to your product that you want to take it to. And you can also add a purchase button here too by doing the same thing, actions, open URL. Okay, now you want to go talk message, drag it under in the same block. You want to create a variable to recom text, and then a listen block, so when it's all done you can take them back to the start. You want to add a button, let's name it let's start over, and then drag that actions, go to block, and then it'll go back to the start block. You want to duplicate this 4 times, duplicate, and for the second one you're going to want to add a new carousel into this, add a new card. This card's going to be, you're going to want to go product 2 image, name, price, add the buttons, and make 4 of those and connect them all together. Okay, now this is how it's going to look when it's all done. You want to make sure your make.com is turned on here in your scenarios, and we'll just wait for this to load any day now. And we'll run this again and we'll test it. We'll say recommend me a serum. Yep, here we go. Now it's got our product images in here. You can add them yourself. I don't have any images to add, but let's come up with the 3 recommended products. Powerful antioxidant serum is the first one, second one, and third one. Then it's got the Let's Start Over button. That's how you make